Hello, everyone from Madrid, Spain. Unfortunately, I can't be there today, but I hope the service is going well and that everyone is celebrating Grandma's life to the fullest, like she lived it. I've been given the opportunity to speak on behalf of the grandchildren, which is a bit difficult to do because we all have amazing memories of Grandma from different times and places. But I'll do my best to encapsulate our sentiments. All of us turned out to be generally normal, I think, but with the significant touch of quick wit, much due to our Christmases, our cruises, and our summers in random parts of the country with her. Not a lot of children are lucky enough to have two outstanding grandparents who made our childhood full of travel and laughter and did so in a frictionless environment, which we don't take for granted. I wrote 1,000 words before I got carried away. I realized I was getting carried away with talking about Grandma, so I had to cut it down, so forgive me. Anyway, she always encouraged us to strive for our best, never pushed us to go in one direction or another, and was happy with however we wanted to live and whatever we wanted to pursue, as long as we were pursuing something positive and worth our energy. All six of us, are extremely blessed to have her guidance and encouragement well into our adulthood. Well, Mike, I suppose, just became an adult. But anyway, she was a great home economics teacher, a cheerleader, a friend, a loving grandma above all. Also a great cook, a humanitarian, and a guidance counselor all in one. At every family gathering, it seemed like she was the life of the party, and that she knew everyone in the room, which spoke volumes about how much she cared about keeping in touch with people. I think that's the most resonating thing that at least we saw as grandchildren. That's something that I admire and I strive to do as I'm getting older and a lot grayer. I'm losing all my brown hair. Both Grandma and Grandpa have set us all up for success through paying for our educations and encouraging us to see the world. But taught us not to forget about those around you, and for that lesson, among many, many others, we are forever grateful. The Phase 10 games were always more hysterical because of her, even though Ryan hates that game. I hope I'll be able to play with him one day again. But that was a big part of our summers, and she was always excited to have those experiences with her grandchildren. Speaking for myself, I feel tremendously blessed to have had her in my life for 30 years. There are so many memories, but I want to touch on a couple. There was the time I was 2 and I refused to let her wash my hair. I don't remember this, but apparently it's a legend, along with crying at Joanne and Andy's wedding. So she wouldn't I wouldn't let her wash my hair, so I escaped the bathtub and she had to chase me down the beach in North Carolina, which I can only imagine was a very funny sight. I loved every Christmas because I got to see her, and that I knew that I would receive the best gifts from Santa Claus, which not only was a gift for me, but her giving spirit was even present there too, as the gifts she gave to us were also giving back to disadvantaged families in developing countries, which spoke volumes about her humanitarian spirit. She's one of the best conversationists I've ever met. I adored having conversations with her, and I know all of us grandchildren did as well. It seemed like she was always in tune with our lives, even though she had so much going on at the same time. She really, really cared about how we were progressing through life, and always gave us a helping hand when we wanted it. My best memory was when I was 5 or 6. I think I forget where we were, but she put me down to bed, and I ended up on the treadmill 20 minutes later, and she caught me, and that was a fun reprimand that I got. But that was pretty. The look on her face, I'll never forget that look on her face when she found me in the exercise room. Also, I'll never forget when we played at Innisbrook. There were 3 generations playing the same course at the same time, which I thought was really, really I mean, that's very unique and very rare in this world. So that I will cherish forever. But the absolute best memory I think all of us have, well, I can't speak for everyone, but most of us, at least for the grandchildren, was when she yelled at my mom, "It's a scam, Kitty! It's a scam!" Which was questioning the nutritional value of vitamin water, which actually she ended up being right. Which, as funny as that whole scene was, and then Mylon was running out to the back because he wanted to enjoy his vitamin water. The poor thing was thirsty. But as funny as that whole scene was, it was a lesson the lesson I took away was always read the labels, and don't believe all the propaganda and everything that you hear. Which, as I in business school, you get fed that a lot, or that lesson rather. Well, in ending, I don't want to take up too much more time, but the world is a darker, less empathetic, and comedic place without her here. So, I just want to emphasize to everybody that we should be celebrating her life, and the powerful influence she had on everyone that she came into contact with. We as the grandchildren are so proud to have been loved by her and adored by her for so many years, and we certainly don't take that for granted at all. I am comforted. I think we all are comforted to know that, and thankful to know that we have her now as a guardian angel, to keep us away from scams and to encourage us to have an impact on those around us. So in ending, I just want to say I love you, Grandma, and I love all of you, and I wish and I hope to see all of you soon.